Good morning. It is Friday, February 28th, and today is day 17 of the 2025 legislative session. This was an action-packed week on a number of fronts over at the Capitol, and the West Virginia Chamber has been very engaged dealing with different pieces of legislation in a number of different areas that would have an impact on the business community in our state. First off is House Bill 2007. That is the Certificate of Need bill. We were surprised on Monday, pleasantly, when the House Health Committee decided to vote down the bill on a 13-12 vote. The West Virginia Chamber had worked closely with our healthcare members, hospital members, and really a large group of stakeholders on this issue, urging against a repeal of West Virginia's Certificate of Need laws. These laws are important because it helps make sure that we have healthcare spread across the state, but that we're not oversaturating an area, and that essentially any services that are being added where there's an unmet need. So most states in the country, 35, have a Certificate of Need law, and then an additional 3 have some variation of Certificate of Need. So right now, West Virginia is among a vast majority of states with these laws. We're continuing to watch that bill, but as of now, that particular bill is dead. There could be some others that come up, but as of right now, there is no more movement on Certificate of Need. Now, on the energy side of things, the Senate Economic Development Committee passed out Senate Bill 552, which allows for the deployment of microgrids. Now, this is an issue that the Chamber is observing. We have members on both sides of this issue. And whenever the West Virginia Chamber has members who are on two sides of an issue, we make sure that we monitor it. We stay close touch with members on both sides to hear. But we, at that point, do not take a position. And so we just continue to monitor this bill while our members continue to work and see if there's common ground they can find on this issue. But it's a significant bill. It is currently in the Senate, and there's also a House companion that is geared up on the House side. Now, shifting focus back to health, Senate Bill 460 is the vaccine bill that passed the Senate last Friday. This bill is very troubling to the West Virginia Chamber for a number of reasons, but especially in that it creates a very broad cause of action that can be brought in West Virginia against a number of entities. That is concerning because this organization has really worked for decades to make sure that West Virginia is in the mainstream with other states when it comes to our legal system, and that we've worked to make sure that we do not add additional causes of action in West Virginia. But as that bill stands, it has a very broad cause of action. We would be remiss if we also didn't recognize that there is a severe measles outbreak in Texas right now, and in some other states it's spilling over to, and there unfortunately have been deaths that have occurred. This bill right now, there's a lot of chatter on the House of Delegates side, and a lot of delegates are very uncomfortable with this legislation. So we continue to oppose that bill, but we are looking at it also from the standpoint it will really expand liability in West Virginia. So that is a major concern to us. Again, there are a number of pieces of legislation that we're watching. We will actually be, with this email, including a list of all of the bills that we are watching this session. Over 100 bills are on that list. Now, you may see some listed a couple different times. That's because we break it down into category. And some pieces of legislation may touch two different aspects. For example, the vaccine bill. It's a health bill, but it also is an education-related bill. So this list, you'll be able to go down through and just keep an eye on everything that your West Virginia Chamber is tracking throughout this session. As always, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out. My email address is bdayton@wvchamber.com. And anyone else on our lobbying team, you can see everybody on our website. Anybody else on our team will be more than willing to go ahead and answer your questions, any comments you have. So again, thank you for your continued support of the West Virginia Chamber of Commerce, and I will check back with you next week.